Why can't they hear it? We hear it here.
Well, maybe you can give me this. Can you hear me now out there, people? In the chat room. This is Michael Hannon.
See, I got full level.
Okay,
Really? Corey says he can't pick it up at all.
Take Randy's mic.
Take Randy's mic and give him that one, yeah.
Switch, hurry up.
There we go.
That'll make the show a whole
all
lot
right,
better.
is this better?
I'm sure that's
Dude, I'm so wasted. Is that better?
that's a lot better.
Wait, this one smells like pot. I don't like it. I feel like I'm going to get high off this microphone.
But anyway, that is my stalker story. But before we played the Bret Michaels, we played a little bit of unreleased Salty Dog. And that, of course, featured you, Mr. Hannon. And
that was with the second singer, Daryl.
Daryl, right.
He was a great singer. It just didn't work with him.
Okay.
It was a shame because he was a great singer, actually. Salty Dog, it's like, it was one of those things. That album's going to get reissued finally on Rock Candy.
Now, that's the first one, Every Dog Has Its Day.
Every Dog Has Its Day. It's really the only Salty Dog album, right?
Okay.
And it was just one of those things, man. The first album, Geffen.
Yeah.
It sold 300,000.
Sure.
And we got to the point where they owed us money.
What did it have? 2 hits? It had
one hit.
Come Along and Cat's Got 9?
Well,
Come Along was a badass tune.
Come Along was the only real hit on the album. And then for some goddamn stupid reason, the Glimmer twins in the band decided that Lonesome Fool should be the second single, even though 2 other songs were getting a lot more airplay. Cat's Got 9 and Ring My Bell already.
Right, Ring My Bell, too. That's a good song.
Yeah, those were both getting tons of airplay already. Those should have been the second single, one of those 2. I mean, they were obvious radio-type songs. But anyway, Come Along did good. Great radio, matter of fact.
Ooh, baby, come along.
Great song. But anyway, that album, we had 300,000 copies.
Right.
And basically, they took it out of print because after that, we'd broken even. A record company's like a bank. They lend you the money. They pay for all this stuff. And then after you get the money, paid back, then they start the split, and they start having to pay you. So they took us out of print right then. And there you go. It's like they have to pay us some money. So now...
Well, that and talent, Randy. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, then anyway,
Bring Jesus into this.
it's been reissued now twice. The first, the French label Bad Reputation put it out. That's already out. And now Rock Candy out of the UK is putting it out.
So where does that leave you as far as, do you make something from them?
No, not a goddamn dime.
So you're just fucked.
Pretty much. I get my BMI check when it gets played on the radio. I get my shiny nickel every time 100 plays have been done.
All right, now I have to ask, because Salty Dog is not a band that many people remember.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. So what kind of royalty check does a Salty? When was the? Let's do it this way. When was the last time you got a Salty Dog royalty check, and what was it for?
Okay, well, I get Salty Dog. It was just BMI, and American Dog's in on it too. So my BMI checks incorporate both the Salty Dog and the American Dog.
Okay, and that's like the mechanicals and all that shit?
Yeah, because we get a lot of money, American Dog, from Europe still. We do get real good over here for France, Germany, and Belgium. So, yeah, I said double dog, correct. And but he caught that right away. See that? I can see why this is the brain trust of the group right here. I see that.
I am. I'm the brain trust.
He caught that there's dogs in both of them.
Fucking California boy.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm mostly getting about $200 to $300.
How often?
Well, now it's like maybe once a year, sometimes twice a year if I'm lucky.
Wow.
That's it. That's all I make.
And meanwhile, you sold 300,000 records there.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Pissed sold...
I'm not on Pissed.
Are you not playing on that
one? I'm not
one?
on the record. The bass player from Dangerous Toys played on that.
Okay.
And then quit Dangerous Toys 12 days before the tour was to start.
Jesus.
That's when Jason McMaster called me. I was painting fucking walls in an apartment complex in North Hollywood. He said, look, we need a bass player for this tour. And I was doing nothing. And he went, can you? I said, dude, I can't afford to go all the way to fucking Texas to audition for you. He was, there's an audition. You got the gig if you want it. It's yours.
Michael,
I know you can play.
I apologize. All due respect. If it's $300 wish I could snap my fingers and turn it into $300 million.
All right, suck ass. We get it.
Come along. Come along. You both fuckers know it. Come along is a badass fucking tune, dude.
Am I about to see a blowjob take place here?
But you drove from California to Texas with a cassette tape, right? Here's the songs.
Well, yeah, that was basically it.
Where did Come Along come from? That's what I want to know.
Well, he was just telling you
We were
before
just
you
getting
started
there.
talking. Shut up.
I had to go piss.
No, right now. Shut up.
So basically, hey, the smoking room's that way. But anyway,
People have no
where are we?
idea what's going on in here.
I'm building a wall. And who's going to pay for it? He is.
Yeah, he is. With his medical marijuana that's legal in some state.
Yeah.
We're all moving to Colorado.
Commie bastard. Okay.
Come along.
Well, no, we're past that. Dangerous Toys. So anyway, I went up there, and I had to learn all their goddamn songs, Dangerous
Right.
Toys, which was mostly the new I'm Pissed, which is, I think, is their best album, if you ask me. I love
I love that album. For me, it would be Hellacious Acres, but I mean, that's subjective. I mean,
It's whatever you
really,
like.
they put out one bad record as far as I can tell, and it wasn't
artist
terrible.
formerly known
yeah,
as. Yeah, a lot of
that's
people,
a little
they
weird.
took a chance. It was basically, you could see it coming. Jason played bass on that.
Okay.
After that tour, it was like one of those things. They said, look, it's over. They saw the writing on the wall.
Right.
It was basically, they were all thinking, dude, Dangerous Toys, the years before that, before I was in them, they played with Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, Motorhead on that, Operation Rock and Roll.
Sure, right.
And then they did another record. They're no longer on CBS.
Right.
All those people that listened to heavy metal, hard rock, all of a sudden disappeared from the earth.
Right.
And all the radio stations played nothing but grunge and all that garbage, right?
Right. Mhm.
Okay. So it was like the writing was on the wall. What are you going to do? Of the Piss tour, they went down and we were playing clubs.
Right.
When the tour I did 200 shows with them, and it was like sometimes 200 people, sometimes 100, sometimes 1,200.
Right.
It was just clubs theater. It was a weekend or whatever. You didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, they had to make a decision. So it was either go bluesy.
Right.
I remember him talking about, because I wasn't really involved because I was the hired gun at the time, just a bass
Sure.
player. But I caught the grist, or they kept listening to COC, that album. What was the one with the speaker on the cover? What's that one, the green one?
American Volume
Deliverance.
Dealer?
Deliverance. That's it,
Deliverance?
Deliverance. Yeah. And they kept looking at it, and they said, or we can go this way. And
Okay.
so that's what they did. And they kept listening to the Sound of White Noise by Anthrax and that kind of stuff. And they were going, this is the direction we're going to go, more modern sound.
Right, okay.
Because they had to do something. You got to make a move.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I can't blame them. I mean, I love all those guys. Like Jason McMaster is a good friend of mine. I love the guy. And that's what they did. And Jason said, basically, I'm going to play bass. And it was over. I did my 200 shows. Boom. I took my stuff. I drove back to Ohio and started all over again.
Right.
Because after touring with them, rock and roll had died. I
Sure.
went to Southern California. And so I basically just went back to Ohio, started again, and started Hilljack.
Okay,
And
yeah.
We turned into
And
American
that turned
Dog.
dude, what's funny, I'll tell my very first Hilljack experience story, which is going to be funny because I fucking hated you. I'm not going to even tell any lies about it. You were, at the time, there was not a lot of, there was no social media. It was all like press releases, and it was like your name kept popping up.
Yeah.
And it kept popping up like, who is this fucking pompous dickhead? And it was like, you just, like, I don't remember what was going on. I don't even remember exactly what was going on. But, like, you were just, like, saying crazy shit. Like, about the industry, about fucking, that you were going to fucking bang chicks. And yeah, I don't remember what exactly was going on, but it was right when American Dog first started. And I remember I was like, who is this fucking dickhead? And then I got the record from I actually,
Which one, the Hilljack or American Dog?
the Hilljack, and I think it was from you
Okay.
because someone had clued you into the classic metal show.
Okay. Probably
And
Poop Finger.
It might have been,
Yeah.
but I had it, and it literally sat on this desk right here for 6 fucking months because I was like, I'm not playing this fucking guy. Fuck this guy. I don't like this guy. And then finally, at some point, literally, I was cleaning off my desk.
Yeah.
And I dropped it on the floor. And I was like, well, I haven't listened to this yet. Let me give it a listen. And I threw it in, and I was like, all right. I wasn't that had like the Under the Blade or something on it, something that I knew.
Okay, Under the Blade was on the first American Dog album.
So it might have been American Dog.
American Dog, yeah.
It might have been American Dog. I don't remember if it was Hilljack or American Dog. But I remember I heard Under the Blade, and I was like, how fucking bad can this guy be? He's fucking covering Twisted Sister. For God's sakes, I got to listen to this. And I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, all right. So then I reached out to you at some point, and you were like, bro, whatever you need. You want us to come on the show? You want to talk to me? You want to talk to Steve? You want to talk to both?
Yeah.
You want us to come and sit in the studio? Whatever the fuck. And it was like, then you and I sort of kept in communication.
I think alcohol had a lot to do with that.
Well, we both like to drink. But I think what worked for us especially well, too, was you guys, without us prompting, we were talking about, God, I'm tempted to say, this is even before the 10th year of the CMS. We used to do these shows like 3-4 times a year. We used to do these live events. And we were trying to find anybody to play these live events. And you were like, yeah, I'll come up. And I was like, how much is it going to cost? And you were like, fuck you, dude. And I remember you said exactly that to me on the phone. You were like, fuck you, dude. I want to play. You didn't even say you didn't want any money. You didn't want anything. All you said to me is, I need beer.
That sounds like something I'd say.
And I was like, okay. And that was like maybe year 7. The show's going into its 21st year.
Yeah.
So that was 14 years ago now, dude. But at that point, and then we had that whole that you guys were the house band of the CMS, which we still hold on to, even though you've kind of retired more, sorta.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where is that? I've been meaning to ask you that anyway. You're retired, but I see gigs here and there popping up, and I'm assuming that's because it's local and it's just fun now. Is that right? Or
yeah, reality suck in. Mm-hmm. I mean, it just really sucked me out of the reality of life. I'm the quitter. I feel bad for Steve because one of my best friends, a guitar player.
Sure, Steve rules. I love Steve.
I love him. He's got a new band called Rat Bastards.
Yeah, we've played him here on the show. We've played him here on the show several times.
They're a good band, and
yeah, Leonard's really cool, and
yeah, they're good people, and I want the band to do good for them. There's a time you got to look in the mirror and say, look, what you're doing is not working.
Right.
Okay, I did that, and
was it Tesla?
Oh yeah, we lost the band. American Dog was $15,000 in debt.
Wow.
Okay, I'm 55 years old.
Right.
I live in my mom's basement.
All right.
That's when you say to yourself, asshole, this is not working. I've been playing in bars and clubs since 1981.
Right.
That's when it's time to go, what you're doing is not working.
Sure.
It's not a case of whether you're good enough. It's a matter of whether you're making money and you can make ends meet.
Sure.
You're $15,000 in debt. We're still $10,000 in debt.
Wow.
Okay? To be able to pay off that $5,000, this has been amazing. Just because, we'll do a show every 6 months and nobody misses you till you're gone.
Yeah.
And
right.
everybody loves you when you're dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do these reunion shows occasionally here and there, and that's it.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how everybody will tell you, oh, dude, you got to come back, and meanwhile, there's the same fucking people that weren't at the gigs.
There at the shows,
right.
yeah. Thanks for supporting
Weren't at the gigs, didn't buy the discs.
Yeah. Oh, you downloaded it illegally, all that stuff. Thanks. Yeah, you fucking ripped us off.
Yeah, exactly. It's a dude, and it's
think of it this way. Here's my thing about downloading. It really pisses me off. Mm-hmm. You're not going to steal. You're not going to download a band you don't like, right? So you're stealing from your friends, the people you like, is who you're ripping off.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: the Neanderthal record. I remember before you even had it, you called me and said, "Can you get online and look, see if the album's there?" and I Googled it, and there were all those Russian sites that had it already before the band even
Before
had
the band had it.
Before it came back from the plant. Somebody somewhere had leaked it.
The label was doing their job. We're always on this French label with a bad reputation. Good
Yeah,
friend,
sure.
Eric Coubard, and he did his job. He makes those little cardboard slipcases and
mails them out.
He got us in Rolling Stone, all these magazines. Okay?
Sure.
But then it just takes one asshole to put it online before my physical copies even get in for the band for us to sell. All my friends say, "Oh, I already got it."
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, dude. I mean, we talk about it here on the show a lot, and it literally is saddening to see. And look, I mean, obviously for my friends, for guys like you that are true friends of mine, and me and you are true friends and have been for, 14 years, I guess.
Buddies, yeah.
You know, and I mean, you and I talk football when we're not talking anything about fucking this. You know, every once in a while I get a fucking text from you out of the blue or an email that says, fucking Browns.
Yeah.
Nice. You know.
Look at me, I'm wearing a Browns bunch.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm a Motorhead guy. I mean, Motorhead and the Browns are the same thing. It's like, that's what you believe in, that's what you do.
Exactly.
It's like I said, with American Dog, I really feel like an asshole for selling Steve short for just quitting, but I had to.
But you know what, dude? Look, there's a
reality
there's a reality button that comes on. If Steve's in a position where that reality doesn't have to come on, good for Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's an amazing fucking guitarist.
incredible guitar
I
player.
celebrate Steve all the time.
Me too. I consider him one of my best friends in my life ever, and he's a better guitar player than most people.
Well, that's it.
I mean, understand.
I mean, if you stacked up the top 20 guitar players that people can name, if you just let people name 20 guitar players and they throw out there, you know, Eddie Van Halen and Dimebag and Yngwie and blah, blah, blah. You know, the standard list, Zakk Wylde, whatever. I'm not going to say that Steve would be on top of those guys, but Steve would be in that list if people heard him.
Yeah, what a fucking tone, what a groove.
And distinct. Yeah. The one thing, you know, that separates good guitarists from bad guitarists, at least in my head, is when you hear them and you know them. Mm-hmm. And you don't mistake Steve. Even in Rat Bastard Syndicate, you hear Steve play.
You know it's Steve.
Yeah. And you know it's Steve. And to be fair, Steve's trying. This is my assumption. You can tell me I'm fucking way off base. You two would know better than me. Steve's trying not to repeat what he's done with American Dog. It sounds like he's making up.
Actually, some of those songs are old American
are they?
dog songs that
all right,
we
fair
didn't
enough.
get around to. I can tell you that right now.
Fair enough.
Hazard and I went, nah, not good. Nah.
I mean, some of the stuff. Some of the things that I hear Steve doing sound different than what he did before. And that's good. I mean, that's growth, and maybe it's just that he's older and, you know, and he's with a different guy with Leonard that maybe moves him in a different direction than when he was with you.
Yeah.
You know, but the saddest part, where I was going with this, is the saddest part of this whole thing is that there's a myth out there that the myth is that records won't sell, but you make your money on the road.
Bullshit.
And on some level, if you're fucking Guns N' Roses, maybe that's true. Yeah. But if you're a band,
if you're American Dog, you lose money on the road.
Right.
If you're a working band, let
me tell you, that tour we did with Tesla broke our fucking back.
Yeah.
First of all, we went to a 4-piece, which was the biggest mistake we probably ever made. We didn't need to be a 4-piece.
Right.
We give it a shot. We've been tinkering with it for a long time. Nothing wrong with the guitar player we had, but we never needed. Steve's all the artillery we need. Okay. It was nothing wrong. The guitar player, nothing wrong with that. Okay,
sure.
He was a good guitar player, but we don't need to be 4-piece. But so first of all, you do that. We had to rent a van. So you got one more amp. We ran a van that was getting 6 to 8 miles a gallon, and that was the summer. The gas was $4 a gallon.
Yeah.
We're touring with fucking Tesla. We're going from New Jersey to Texas, up to Iowa, down to Florida, up this, and I'm getting $4. We're all sleeping in the same bedroom and all this stuff. All the money we can do to save things, and we lost $15,000 fucking dollars.
But again, I go back to that whole myth thing. People, I'm sure you had a fucking bunch of people that came up to you and said, dude, so great that you're touring with a big name like Tesla.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and look, and I'm not shitting on
Tesla
Tesla.
were easy guys
I'm
to
not
get
going
along
to shit on Tesla at all. They've been super nice to me every time I've met them.
Yeah.
Lord knows I have a great Brian Wheat story that involves strippers and everything. I like Tesla. I like those guys a lot. My point, though, is that you go out on the road with Tesla, you're playing to Tesla's audience.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to the merch booth to buy American Dog, no matter how fucking good you were. No matter how good you played, they're going to
But
go
I'll
and
tell
buy
you what.
Tesla's album.
Tesla's crowd were really good to us. They never once booed us or anything like that. We never had a bad.
Well,
I'll tell you
dude,
what, the Cleveland
no.
crowd was great for us. I
Sure.
wish you could have been there.
I wish I could have been too.
It was great. I mean, it was funny. That was the Cleveland show. I had the most people on the guest list of any place
Sure.
we played, and none of them showed up. I had Snake Rock on there. I had all these guys. Nobody showed. None of them.
I didn't show. I didn't show.
Except for
I got
except
screwed.
for one guy who I didn't even know I put on the guest list.
Right.
That Tesla wouldn't put on their guest list, so I put him on, and he gave us a great write up. It was a
that's
review
cool.
thing. It was funny, man.
No, dude. The thing though is, I'm not shitting on Tesla. I'm not shitting on Tesla's crowd. What
we should have toured with Ted Nugent. Is what we should have done that summer. That would
Maybe.
have been a much better.
But
match
again,
for us.
I still think, and you could correct me. You've done it. I haven't. I'm just an observer.
Yeah.
I don't think that Ted Nugent would have helped you anymore. I still think that when it came time to go to the merch booth, especially, let's be honest, how it works. A local band, a national band, whoever it is, if they don't know who you are, you're a local band.
Yeah.
As far as they're concerned. So you play your set. People don't go to the merch booth in between the opener and the main booth.
I think a Ted Nugent crowd would have been much more receptive.
They may have been,
'Cause
but what I'm saying is I don't think that they would have raided the merch booth.
Good.
I think in between
think
first.
so.
Well, here again, you guys feel free to tell me I'm dead wrong. I think the way it works is you see the opening band, you go to the beer, you get beer. You come back for the main
That's how I
headliner.
mostly am. That's how I mostly am.
You go to the headliner. The headliner kicks ass. On your way out, you hit the merch booth and you buy Ted's shirt, Ted's hat, Ted's disc, whatever.
Ted's
you don't
guns and armory.
but you don't remember. Hey, that first band was American Dog, and this is Neanderthal. And here, let me get this.
Okay, let me tell you one thing that's really interesting about that. We had a plan at that. Okay, there was at the time that was the only time we did a 4-piece ever.
Right.
We did. So the plan was as soon as this is over, as soon as we got off stage, I immediately ran backstage and I dried off, put on another shirt, and I went out to the merch booth immediately to sell it because they're going to recognize me as the front man. That's the guy who's always going to, okay, I recognize that guy. And the other guys took my gear off stage. I mean, that's what you got to do. It's not a
Right, sure.
It's not me being arrogant or something. But no, they're going to recognize. So, guys, you do this. That was the plan. Boom. I took my bass, put it in my case. Boom. Click it. Bam. Put a dry shirt on. Ran over to the merch booth because that's the only time we're going to sell any merch is right then. That 15 minutes after.
Right, exactly.
And so we did that. I ran over there and I stood behind the booth and sold what I could. And the other guys put the merch, all the gear away,
yeah.
and then they'd come out. And I'd tell everybody, yeah, the rest of the band will be right out. And boom, that was it. That's the only time we made any money to pay for the gas. $4 a fucking gallon that summer.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that? And I don't know what the tickets were costing, but I mean, tickets have fucking skyrocketed. Yeah. Did that hurt you? Because a Tesla ticket, I'm going to assume, was
$25, $35.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
No.
That's not so. I mean, that's not
these are
$75
mostly,
a ticket.
These are mostly House of Blues type
right
venues.
Yeah, but even that can be.
Yeah.
Zach Wilde comes to House of Blues and they're 75, 100, and 100 and a quarter.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Are you still in touch with him? Are you still good buddies?
You know what? Not as much as we. It's not that we had a falling out or anything like that. It's just
now that he's sober.
He changes phones like you change shirts.
Okay.
And he's
so
like
once every 2 months.
Yeah, pretty much. he's like 3 phone number changes from the last time. And I'm not that guy. I've never been that guy that like, hey buddy, hey, Phil Anselmo, how you doing, pal? I'm just not that guy, because you know what? They have and you probably know this. You have enough of those guys. You have enough of those guys that try to stay in the little circle. Once they think they've snuck in, they try to stay in. And me, I'm always like, I tell any band that I know, got something you want to promote? Cool. Door is always open. You're more than welcome to come on here and play and talk. Hey, something's going on in there.
Something's going on. Somebody's getting laid in the other room.
I doubt that. Not with my son. Somebody just rolled a double 7X on his Dungeons and Dragons score.
Lightning bolt.
Exactly. But no, I don't try to be that guy. I have friends in the business that I do keep up with. You're one of them.
Well, it's just because the curse of the Browns. That's why that's why I'll text you. Can you believe this shit? 0-10. Oh,
I know,
kill
but
you, man.
For me, I don't like to be that guy that's like, hey, man, what you working on?
Yeah. Well, no.
What's going on?
We talked that one time. I was depressed and drunk. I was getting my tires fixed, and we texted, and I said, no, I can't do it anymore. I can't do rock and roll
right,
anymore,
yeah.
Man.
No, I know, dude, and believe me, when it was when you told me that because I had heard it from, I think Rob had told me ahead of time that you were out, and I was like, get the fuck out of it, not that guy.
Yeah.
And then I hit you up, and you were telling me that you were just like, fuck, I'm fucking done. And honestly, we didn't even, you told me, I don't remember when you told me, but it's been a while now. And I never brought it up even on the show until today.
Okay.
I mean, it has been mentioned that American Dog was not currently active anymore,
right.
But I never ventured to it because I honestly felt like it's not my place. You have an open door, and it's your place to tell the story. It's not my place to say, hey, guys, guess what happened?
Yeah.
Newsflash! Breaking news!
Michael Hannon stopped fucking and now is just jacking off.
But dude, I think again, because of what we do, it's a respect thing. We personally respect our friends. My friend Sheldon, who did the CMS theme song, and now is Shawn Nichols, and now is in
on the
Quiet
Big Bang
Riot.
Theory, of course.
Yeah, he's on the Big Bang Theory, of course. He
Katie Kuko picture. Come on, put the Katie Kuko picture. Please put the Katie Kuko
Come on,
picture
chat room.
back
we could
up.
We could
please.
use that photo
Whoever
again.
put this Superwoman, Superman, whatever the fuck picture up
put
of Katie
that photo
Kuko
back in
up,
here
you
so we
kick
can see
ass.
it again.
Thank you.
But no, I mean, even with him, he went through a period where he kind of dropped out. He was doing all kinds of shit. He had Tarsha stuff. He was in Adler's Appetite. I mean, he a working musician.
Me.
He was doing, he was doing all those fucking, hey, it's the Vinnie Vincent compilation. Hey, somebody needs to sing.
You want to hear a story? One of the
ahead.
things that really stopped me.
Go ahead.
Another thing. I had a fucking filling. Those little gray fillings they used to put
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in your teeth. Okay. Well, one of those just fell out of my fucking mouth.
Ouch.
Okay? And it was the nerves. I couldn't even drink warm water. It hurt like fuck. So
Right.
what did I do? What did I do?
What?
I got some plumber's caulking. So it said non-toxic, water resistant, and I filled my own tooth with that fucking thing stuff, and it worked. Okay. I had no job. I had no insurance. Right? You go to a dentist without insurance.
Yeah.
That shit costs you.
You're fucked.
Dude.
Obamacare costs you money.
Dude.
Fucking,
Fuck
we're
Obamacare.
not even talking politics. We're talking
Yeah, we're not
dentists.
doing politics tonight.
Those motherfuckers aren't cheap.
We're not doing
But anyway,
politics.
so I used caulking to fill my own goddamn tooth. And then that's when I said to myself, God bless you, the person who just put the Kaylee
put it
Kuko
in
picture
big-
back up.
there we go.
We're going to put it very large.
There we go.
Right now we're all looking at it very large. And
Can I
we're
make
looking.
this full
I'm
screen?
actually getting larger as we speak. But anyway. But back to that fucking tooth thing. I said that's enough, dude. You need to get a job, So now I drive a fucking truck, but I got a 401k, got insurance, all that stuff, and I can get my teeth fucking fixed. And I mean, I hate to say it, but that's what it came down to.
How long did the caulking have to hold?
Dude, the dentist, when I finally went, I got the insurance.
You did a good job.
Here's the
Who
story.
did
He
this?
said, "Don't ever do it," because he was like, it get gummed up with all that shit that he was pulling out. And
Don't
he was
ever
like,
do that.
Don't ever do that shit again. He kept having to take the things off because it would be full of that gummy shit he'd pull out of my fucking tooth. But anyway,
I can tell.
Look at that dentist.
he was.
I could tell a horrible dentist story that's recent too. As this space right here, I had a tooth right here, and I still need to go get it. Get a.
Did you leave that with your
implant
wedding ring and that guy's?
No. This is
Threw
so.
up my tooth
No,
with my
this
wedding
is so
ring.
much worse.
This guy knows what he's doing.
I broke it on a piece of chicken on a fork. I bit into a fork and I snapped the root of the tooth. And it hurt like a son of a bitch, but I left it. I'm just leaving it up there.
Please, thank you.
But
That picture of Kaylee Kuko. I'm
she's
sorry, I
hot,
can't
dude.
listen to your story. I'm just looking at her.
No, she's very hot. But so
I'm not paying attention to you right
That's
now. I
fine.
don't care.
Go ahead,
I'm going to go
Jim.
pee. She's going to go to the bathroom.
Teeth
go
and
ahead.
titties, yeah.
But no, so I broke this tooth at the root, and I fucked with it for a little while. I waited for a while. It got loose, but it didn't. It wouldn't come out. Wouldn't come out. So finally, I go to the dentist. The dentist tells me it's going to be $549 to pull it.
Yeah.
I told him, nope, gonna leave it.
Just leave it there.
I went next door because in Twinsburg at the time, next door to the dentist was the hardware store. I went to the hardware store, bought a clean pair of fucking vice grips because I didn't want to put something dirty in my mouth. And I gripped that fucker down, and I was like, I put it like this, and nobody can see this, but I'll just do it. I put it like this,
and hit it with your fist.
and I punched the vice grip straight up and yanked the tooth out of my fucking face.
You did a super Joe Charbonneau.
Wait, it came out?
Yeah, it came right out. One
Right
hit.
out.
I just bang hit it as hard.
Hold the vice grip with your left hand, hit it as hard as fuck.
Hit it as hard as I could with my right hand and took it right out of my mouth. Took it right out of my mouth. Got the whole root, everything.
That's what Super Joe Charbonneau did.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, remember he was a Cleveland Indian. He drank a bottle of whiskey, had an impacted tooth, and took a razor blade and vice grips.
Oh, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie and tell you it didn't hurt. It hurt like a.
Pain. How would you describe that pain?
But you know what? I've been burned to death. So
Yeah.
by comparison, all right, it hurt for a minute. It was one of those where you're like, ah, all right, that's not so bad. After a couple of minutes, and then you do that thing where you're running your tongue in there because it's all soft, and you're like, oh, I hope this is going to close. No, I wouldn't say that. There, you sick fuck.
You can whistle a lot better, though, then, huh?
I can whistle. All right, what do you guys think?
Eric Moore called that his clit split, by the way. Remember that?
Hey, for tonight, for class and Mel's I have a request.
What?
It's a really easy request.
All right.
Can the first N in the word Clinton be silent?
The whole word Clinton can be silent. We're not talking politics.
Talking
though.
politics, Randy.
We're not talking politics tonight. No. We're not doing it. I don't.
Talking beer and metal.
Who here has Facebook?
Nipple.
Everybody here has Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we all?
Go up there.
Are we all
Fine.
sick?
He's got the thing. I like what he's got up. It's
Are
good.
we all sick of fucking Trump and Clinton?
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
First N is silent in Clinton.
So Clinton,
Clinton.
everything is silent in her. She's fucking getting ready
She's
to
the
die.
loser. That's end of the story.
She's done.
Get over yourself, all you assholes out there. That everybody is a winner generation.
We're not
You lost
talking
in the
about
story.
politics.
Here's the thing I said
We're
earlier
not talking about
on Loud, Drunk, and Angry. I said earlier today we all need to come together as a nation and quit looking down upon one another on our political choices.
All right, now,
and
can
instead,
you look at that and now talk?
I'm looking at Kaylee Kuko again.
Look-
That is like the perfect woman almost.
we need to come together and start looking down on people that think Sammy Hagar is a better frontman for Van Halen.
Yes.
We need to look down on people that
I'm writing right now. Anybody like Sammy Hagar?
there's
I'm a
a
Sammy guy.
there's a brand new Jimmy Buffett Christmas album that people are buying.
This
And
is the problems in the United States.
there are people that think 9-armed Def Leppard is better than 10-armed Def Leppard. These are the true deplorables that we need to turn our focus from politics and start looking down on people for their musical tastes again.
Can you make that Kaylee
I
Kuko
can't
thing,
make it
the whole
bigger.
thing, the big screen?
I can't. I
can't?
wish I could. I
God,
really
whoever
wish
put
I
that picture up, once again, I salute you and I thank you very much.
I would love to just ram her in the ass.
Well,
What
who
a
wouldn't?
great- what a
well,
great
one
ass.
heterosexual man wouldn't. That is perfection almost.
What
right
a
there.
great
that
ass
picture
on
is
that girl.
Can you see that from there?
Yeah, I can see it.
That's fantastic.
That's a great ass. You know she sucks good cock.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
She's a star. She probably doesn't.
You
She
think-
probably
anymore.
expects everybody to do everything.
You think
for
that's
her.
what it is with her?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure.
I don't care. I mean,
All right, I'm turning her off.
Okay.
I'm disappointed now.
reality is suck in.
All right, why don't we play some music? Believe it or not, we've killed another hour.
I think Randy needs to go smoke 3 or 4 more joints.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Just keep talking over him. That's what I do. There he is, right, Randy? Just talk over you.
Dude, why don't you go buy us a 30-pack of Milwaukee's Best Light? That's no.
But I'm okay. I got a beer right here.
All right, let's play a few tunes. I'm good.
Riot.
Let's play it.
Swords and tequila.
Oh, we're gonna play something nobody's heard. 'Cause that's the mode tonight. This is from the Metal Massacre 14 record.
Was it Betsy Bitch doing Be My Slave?
Come on, this is Cobra. You guys are big fans of Cobra. What the fuck are you doing?
Randy's all tied up.
We're gonna play a little.
Betsy Bitch, Be
We're gonna
My
play
Slave.
Cobra.
Cobra,
The name of
Be
the
My
song
Slave.
is Denim Attack.
Denim Attack. You bitch, you be my slave.
There you go. All right, check it out. It is Cobra right here on your classic metal
Be
show.
my slave.